And here are some of the comments from this video we liked. Once again, EJ, why don't you go first?
Just caught up with Talk Heathen today. As someone who's been watching the Atheist Experience for 6 years, Jamie's as quality a host as any they've had on the Atheist Experience. He's damn good.
And also, not that I want to plug another show, but on the Atheist Experience, he actually co-hosted, I think it was about 3 weeks ago now. You should go watch that episode. Jamie is a frickin' rock star, and all of you people who come into the comments and go, can we replace Jamie? Fuck you, dude. You come replace Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie's fantastic. Like, there have been people suggesting to, like, put me in Jamie's place. Hell no. Jamie is amazing. Like, he kills it. He's great. Okay.
And the other thing is, this is Eric and Jamie's show. As long as it's Talk Heathen, you're going to see them. If you don't like that, get the fuck out. I just had to fight with somebody who also said the same thing about Eric and was like, hey, can we just like my status if you think we should replace? Who the fuck do you think we is? You are nobody. You don't get to say if we can. This is Eric's show and Eric's baby. Like, fucking call up CNN and try that shit. Like, I really like Anderson Cooper 360. The one thing I would change is getting rid of Anderson Cooper. Eat shit.
Yeah, Eric and Jamie are Talk Heathen.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, fucking bounce. I got a little passion there.
Yeah, I could tell.
Everything about Jamie is perfect. Let me read the next comment. Jamie looks a little Amish, haha. Oh shit, yeah, kind of.
I think it's the beard. You think?
It could be the beard. Mm-hmm. And EJ, why don't you read the last one?
Is this show available as a podcast somewhere? It is now.
Yeah, that's why I put it in. We'll plug the podcast. It's available on iTunes and all the places that podcasts happen. Those links are also in the description below. You can listen to Talk Heathen. This would be a weird episode to listen to, but normally, yeah, you can listen. I think the visuals in this episode, like the muscle man behind me. Not everything at Talk Heathen is always so serious. Sometimes it gets very light and fluffy. And to be honest, atheists love holidays just as much as anyone else. And traditions are important to humans. It's a human thing. Well, check out this clip of a tradition starting at Talk Heathen.
Are you okay?
Yes, it's our Christmas episode.
Yes, this is technically our Christmas episode. And so Eric will wear the doodle bopper.
Yes, very serious doodle bopper.
Yes, having a doodle bopper on our show for a Christmas episode is now...
It's needed. It's needed. I got to do the doodle bopper.
It is now a canon of our traditions.
Mm-hmm. It will be every year. Yeah.
On the count of three then? 1, 2, 3. Change approved. No?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. That's... Someone somewhere is like, oh my gosh, you watch that show? No, not really. I just know things.
Do you see now what I did there with like the light and fluffy thing? It was all planned. This is the magic of television production. But while we're on the topic of Christmas, this is something that comes up to us a lot. How do atheists celebrate Christmas? Check out this clip from actually a different episode.
Hey boys, I just want to know what exactly is it that you celebrate on Christmas if you're atheist and you don't believe in God?
Sure. Yeah, and for my family, it is not particularly religious. I mean, it holds on to the idea of family. Jesus. And when it comes to Christmas in general, I love Christmas. People have this idea that...
That's right. You got into that Who Loves Christmas More thing
dude,
with Beth.
With Beth. It's amazing. I absolutely love Christmas.
I always feel weird when I don't.
The decorations. Yeah. I love decorating the house. I love the smells of Christmas and mulled wine. I love Santa, and I love... just the joy that it brings
and
people.
Gingerbread and smiles and happiness.
And none of that
rainbows.
is in the Bible.
EJ, I grew up as a Mormon, so I need to ask you this question real quick. What is mulled wine? Do you know?
It's like, isn't it wine that you heat up with spices in it? That's what I thought.
Don't ask me. I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, my understanding is that it's just like special wine that you're meant to heat up with like spices in it. But I think I've had it once. It wasn't my favorite.
So I have left Mormonism. The reason why I don't drink now is totally unrelated to that. But even when I did drink, I really never liked any kind of wine, so I don't think I'd like it. But EJ, now that Eric has answered the question, how is it that you celebrate Christmas? How dare you?
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up secular. My family never went to church at all, and we still had Christmas because I think my parents saw it as like everybody else had Christmas and they grew up with Christmas, so it was just kind of this fun gift-giving time that you spend time together as a family and all that kind of stuff. So there's just something really fun about like watching the Christmas movies and getting to open up presents on Christmas morning that, like, you know, don't deprive a kid of that. Like, if you don't want to tell them about the whole Santa thing, or you want to make clear that it's just a story, that's totally fine. Like, it doesn't have to be religious in any way, and in fact, to me, it was never religious, and it was only when I got older, same thing with Easter, which we've got coming up, it was only when I got older that I realized, oh, this is supposed to be a religious thing, but what about the giant bunny that brings me candy? What's that got to do with religion?
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Like, what about Christmas is all that Christian? Granted, I get that some of you take the scriptures out. My family certainly did, and read the Christmas story. But the rest of Christmas is nothing. It's not remotely Christian. In fact, a lot of the traditions are pagan. I'm pretty sure the Bible actually says don't take a pine tree into your house. So let's maybe before I have to explain why I can give gifts and appreciate a person one day a year, or my family and friends one day a year, you could explain why you're doing pagan things your Bible says not to.
But what about the war on Christmas? Starbucks made their cups red.
Oh my God, go Starbucks in the cups. So I'll bring up Josh Feuerstein later.